just want what they want, and then it's too late. When I took the step, was I moved by lust? Was I moved by faith? The truth has a way of finding the light, or changing in time. Did I fall in love? Did I make it up inside my mind?
welcome one and all to another amazing night here in Tranquility.
We absolutely are in for a treat of a match here tonight, no question about it.
And the grenades from Pomku eliminate everybody on the field.
Now I'm doing something as well is going to be applied as a death block them, and it's going to be huge. Fighting 3.
The double kill with the Bastion ulti? Alright, I see you guys.
For B-Well, look to find a stick there, finds the stick, they find 2 with it!
Those who find the picks will save the fight, and they don't really need to save what they've already won.
And Cam with the 4-man punch off the map!
Experience tranquility.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Tranquility Gaming Season 10 playoff coverage. My name is Bowsy, and I'm joined here by Nicc on this fine evening to bring you an amazing match in the Discord tier to wrap up the final week of the upper and lower bracket phase of the playoffs. And Nicc, we're in for one heck of a show tonight between these two teams.
Yeah, we are, Bowsy. I'm really excited for this match. We got an amazing face-off, although it doesn't seem like it on paper with the 2 seed versus the number 15 seed. But these teams are actually very, very close in record. Beatrop Bears 7-2, Phoenix 7-3. We're in for a good match tonight.
Absolutely. Both of these teams have had very similar seasons overall. Beatrop Bears going 5-0 in Stage 1, but then having a 2-1 stage in Stage 2. Pretty good record overall. Meanwhile, on the other side of the court, Phoenix were 7-3. They had a 4-1 Stage 1 and a 1-2 Stage 2. These, of course, are also taking into consideration the playoff loss, in which case Beatrop Bears lost their first playoff game to Reminiscence last week in a 3-1 match, while Phoenix, on the other hand, is currently on an undefeated streak, going 3-1 against the Steel T Spuds and 3-0 against Poseidon. So both of these teams are looking to try and both of these teams are trying to look for different things. Beatrop Bears are looking for their first win in the playoffs. Phoenix are looking to try to get their 3rd win in a row, and it's all for a spot in the championship bracket. Winner goes to the championship bracket, loser goes home.
Yeah, it is a really high-stakes match, especially for Beatrop Bears. If you're on the Beatrop Bears, you wouldn't have expected to lose to the 7th seed, most likely. Reminiscence, a really good team, but still, you're the number 2 seed in the tournament, and here you are down in the lower bracket, and you have to compete just to get your spot in champ bracket. It's got to be a really, really high-stakes match. I'd be nervous if I was on Beatrop Bears, because if I lost to the number 15 seed, I would be... Ooh,
yeah,
that'd be rough, but it's
it'd
possible.
Be very difficult. It'd be very difficult for Beatrop Bears if they were not able to take down Phoenix here. Already losing in what was considered an upset match. Reminiscence were actually in the same pool as Phoenix when it came to stage number 2, so that should tell you the stakes that Beatrop Bears have to go through. They have to go through somebody else that had to play against Reminiscence, and based on the scoring that I see here, Reminiscence, the last time they played, when Reminiscence played against Phoenix, it was a win for Reminiscence, but it was a 3-1 win, so Phoenix was able to take a map, so we'll see if that's going to play into the favor here for Phoenix, if they're going to be able to take the Beatrop Bears close.
Yeah, the Beatrop Bears also only able to take 1 map off of Reminiscence in the upper bracket, so we're looking at what could be a very, very even match here between these two teams. Both of them with really, really star-studded rosters, too. I'm excited to see how they play.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent on both of these, most notably on the Beatrop Bears. A lot of players on the Beatrop Bears coming from a lot of different Tranquility teams. You have Navino, who has been well known to win multiple championships for the Marsupial Org, ran the Marsupial Org for the past few years, and won a championship with them in Season 6 with the Koala Kings. Now back here trying to win a championship for the Beatrop Bears. Sensa has also been a big influence. A lot of people on this list, also Roll Star winners such as Frogman or Hypnotos, who happened to be our best main support winner. So there's a lot of talent here on Beatrop Bears as we're looking to hopefully get in our first map here so we can see these two teams duke it out, because, again, we're in for one heck of a series.
Yeah, we certainly are. I remember facing off against Navino way back in Season 5 when he was on one of his Marsupial teams that was in Discord here at the time.
That was Joey Esports.
Yeah, Joey Esports. I remember the Joey Esports of Season 5, and I already remember back then, I'm like, wow, this Navino guy is really good for a Discord tier player. I'm surprised he's still down here, and here he is, the one of the leaders of the Beat Drop Bears, still playing tank down here in the Discord tier, and he's a really good member of their team.
Absolutely, a really good member and a very, very memorable member. Also on the Iris podcast, Monday nights at 9 p.m. Regardless of which, we're going to be heading into our first map here. It is the pick of the Beat Drop Bears, as the upper seed picks the first map in the playoffs, and we are going to Antarctic Peninsula to start off the series, Needle.
Yeah, and it's certainly an interesting map pick. They picked the same first map in their previous playoff match against Reminiscence, but they lost it to Reminiscence. Beat Drop Bears, if they went to all 3 points, and they played Reinhardt on all 3 of them, so that's what I'm expecting to see here. Some more Reinhardt from them, but at the same time, that last match was right after the Junker Queen patch. We might see some adaptation. I'm interested to see how much these two teams are actually going to lean into that Junker Queen look, but it doesn't look like either team's going to be doing it here for this point.
Yeah, we're starting off on sub-level here. It looks like both teams running with the Reinhardt here. Looking like almost a mirror composition, except the Beast for Phoenix running the Ana compared to Twist on the Baptiste here, Needle.
Yeah, that's an interesting pick. Usually you really like the lamp to help your Rein when he gets walled off, but with no lamp on the side of Phoenix, I'm looking towards Yuki to hit some really good Mei walls.
We'll have to see what the move is here. The two teams meet in the center, but Brian already takes the head of CSPPP. Already out of the fight here for Phoenix, but Max answers back with a charge on the... yeah. So Beat Drop Bears trying to recover through this. King Booty, however, finds the head of Navino now. Phoenix in this fight. They just have to try and heal up their Reinhardt here with Max. Beast trying to heal him up, but ends up getting walled off. But Max is still able to swing the hammer and find Yuki in the process. It's a back and forth affair, but at the end of the day, the Beat Drop Bears are going to have to silence the track for now. Looks like Phoenix are going to be in the advantage unless Brian can come in with a massive clutch.
Yeah, it's still going back and forth, and Brian gets slept by the Beast. The Beast takes him down. Phoenix are looking to come back in this fight, but Navino is still holding it down on point, waiting for some members of his team to come back. In comes Max 35 with the charge onto Navino, takes him down low, looking to finish him off here. Navino gets lamped though. It's still back and forth. The Shatter online for Max.
Oh, yeah, that might be a Shatter you want back. Went right into the Cryo Freeze from the Mei of Yuki. Still, however, trying to find some picks. Max able to finish off the Vito with that Fire Strike. Phoenix still have some establishment on this point, but the Amplification Matrix now coming out here from Twist, just trying to seal the deal here. Brian finds the kill into King Booty. And there's the Blizzard as well from Yuki. Ults being dumped from every single team. The Nano Boost from the Beast right before they fell. Beat Drop Bears want this fight. So do Phoenix. It is going back and forth. At the end of the day, though, the Beat Drop Bears recover, and nobody's yet capped the point. It's already been 2 minutes, but the Beat Drop Bears will get the first track.
Yeah, an amazing play there from Yuki. Gets the Blizzard 40% ahead of CSPPP and manages to use it there. The great kill from Twist as well onto the Beast. The Beast peeking a little bit too wide. Great punish there from the Beat Drop Bears. And now they finally get the point, but neither team had the point the entire time, so not that big of an advantage for them. Phoenix is going to be a little bit rough trying to recontest from there because the Dragon, and it takes down the Beast.
Yeah, that was an evil Dragon coming out there for Brian, and that just settles the fight right there. You lose your Ana pick, and you're already out of the fight immediately.
Yeah, and that's pretty rough, but luckily for the Phoenix, Beat Drop Bears can't do that again because they use the Dragon. King Booty looking to use it this time, perhaps. Looking to set up a nice little engage play for them with the Dragon here. As Phoenix, they're rolling out.
Phoenix coming through this low ground option. Here comes the Dragon Strike from King Booty. Goes right through the middle, almost takes out Yuki, but does force out that Immortality Lamp from Twist. Already you see a lot of damage going into either side. Navino is antied on the low ground, but Brian finds the headshot onto CSPPP as Phoenix still trying to take that high ground. The Beast finds another sleep onto Brian, trying to finish out that kill, but the support is there. Navino takes out King Booty as well. So Phoenix, they might just have to retreat from this fight as Beat Drop Bears want to push right into them to kill them all off. And Navino's going to get a little bit of pain in the aftermath, but still, Beat Drop Bears with the win.
Yeah, and the Beat Drop Bears doing a really good job of punishing CSPPP's slight over-aggression so far. They haven't been able to build a Blizzard yet. Really, really, really rough. And there's no lamp to help CSPP either if they get in big trouble because the Beast is playing the Ana. Even though they've hit the sleeps onto Brian, it's still been really, really rough for them here playing the Ana on this point. But they're down but not out. They have another Shatter online. Navino pins in, gets anti, shatters!
Beautiful Shatter coming out from Navino. Max unable to answer back with as good of a Shatter. Beast is already out of the fight. The Blizzard's going to come out here from CSPPV, but Max is once again out of the fight. So is Feather. The Blizzard will take the life of Yuki, ironically, but it's still going to be the Beat Drop Bears winning 100-0 here on sub-level.
Yeah, and the ult's just too little too late there from Phoenix. Yuki built 2 Blizzards in that 1 point. A 100-0 point, mind you. Although the first fight was a long one, 2 Blizzards is incredibly impressive. You normally don't see that in the Brawl Mirror when the points are that one-sided. But here we go to the next point of Antarctica, and I'm wondering, is anything going to change on either side here? King Booty looking to hover the Sojourn so far, and the Beast still on the Ana. It's interesting. It's a different playstyle. Okay, the Beast goes over to the Batiste now. So now we're looking at more of a mirror, and Max is going to be able to live a little bit longer when he gets walled because he has Immortality Field.
Absolutely. We might also see the Sin TP coming out from King Booty just to get the team moving forward, make sure that they are all aligned. And King Booty's going to be switching over to the Sojourn here, so probably more damage coming out from Phoenix compared to that Hanzo Needle.
Yeah, definitely, but I'm worried about Brian being able to off-angle. Hanzo can off-angle all the time. Sojourn can only really do it when she has Charge Shot. So Brian should have a lot of free reign over the field, and Feather just goes down.
Yeah, and that's your speed boost out of the picture early here for Phoenix. They have to try and run back, but unfortunately they're just going to be met with a faster team in Beat Drop Bears, and that is clear. They're stuck in the small room, and the kills are all blue for the Beat Drop Bears. They are looking set to claim that point first.
Yeah, and the Beat Drop Bears, you always see this consistently in their play. Every single time they get a good advantage, they go in and they capitalize it on immediately. They know Feather's down, they know Phoenix can't speed away anymore, there's no disengage for them. They go in, Navino goes balls to the wall, doesn't care, and they just clean it all up, clean up nice and fast before anybody can get traded. Really good aggression from them.
Definitely, the dictation of aggression is key in these brawl compositions as Phoenix now make their way back over to the point. Feather almost gets picked out again, taking a little bit of an off angle to get to the rest of their team. Phoenix setting up right on this right side, but the shatter from Navino is built up already, lands on the floor, and once again, the kills are all blue. Feather gets away with just a slip of health, but the Beat Drop Bears, another fight win in the books.
Yeah, Navino is looking amazing on this Reinhardt. Built the shatter 30% faster than Max, lays it down. Phoenix probably weren't expecting that, and it's just an easy fight win for the Beat Drop Bears. And they have Window and Approaching Dragon this next fight. The ult cycle's just building up, and the snowball's looking rough here for Phoenix. But they're taking a different approach. They're going to the coast this time, but I'm worried that Twist might get Window before the Beast.
We'll have to see Phoenix making their way in. They're going to be able to touch the point for the first time this map, but already they're getting pretty close. Wall comes out there from Yuki to try and trap the Reinhardt, and it does that, but Navino able to come out and get that kill on the CSPP. Max falls as well. King Booty is able to get the first casualty for Phoenix in this point, but overall, it's looking pretty rough here as the Beat Drop Bears still have control with 70% on the board, and the staggers are there for the side of Phoenix.
Yeah, it is looking rough for Phoenix, but that was a good attempt from them. The Beast actually got the window before Twist lays it down, but Brian instantly headshot them, took him out, no more value from the window, and after all that, it was just a collapse there for Phoenix. But they still have some opportunities to get in here. They have Shatter, they're approaching the Overclock and the Blizzard, they have some tools, but they have to be careful of Yuki's Blizzard.
Blizzard comes out, so does the Shatter from Navino, lands onto the May of CSPP, even the freeze is there on the 3. Beast is able to find the kill here onto Yuki, but Twist and Brian are lighting up the kill feed right now. All blue once again, and the Beat Drop Bears, a silencing here on the first map. 100-0 for both points. Map 1 is theirs.
Yeah, and what an execution of Phoenix there by Beat Drop Bears. Beat Drop Bears, they're playing so intelligently. They knew that CSPPP was approaching the Blizzard there, they're scared of it. They go in early with theirs, they shatter the May as well, deny any chance of CSPPP to play the game, to build the rest of his Blizzard and to lay it down, and there's just nothing Phoenix can do at that point. Really good Reinhardt play from the Beat Drop Bears on Antarctica.
Navino knowing really well how to play that Reinhardt, showing himself as one of your tank role stars this season. Very strong player overall, and is definitely living up to the challenge here up against Phoenix. And now Beat Drop Bears up 1-0 in this series. That means Phoenix gets to choose our next map, which is our hybrid map. So we'll have to see what choice they decide to make here, Noodle. But if let's say you're the manager, let's say you're the coach for Phoenix, and you think that the team is going to be good on a map based on what we've seen so far. Of the maps that we have in the map pool for the playoffs, which are, if I can actually navigate through the channels here on the Tranquility Discord, which you'll be able to see in the chat. If you had to choose between Numbani, Kings Row, and Paraíso, what is the move here for Phoenix?
It's a really tough choice, and I don't envy Phoenix if they have a coach, because Beat Drop Bears, they show that they want to play a lot of Rush. That's what they played a lot in their match against Reminiscence last week. So I'd be scared of going to Kings Row after getting hammered that badly on Antarctica in the Rush Mirror. I'd be scared of doing that, but at the same time, going to a dive map like Paraíso, or like, what was the other one again? Sorry?
Numbani.
Numbani, right? Both of those maps heavily favoring dive. it'd be rough to go to those maps too, because the one map that Beatrop Bears took off of Reminiscence was Watchpoint Gibraltar last week, in which they played D.Va, and they countered the dive of Reminiscence really, really well on that map. So I think either way you go, it's going to be a really steep uphill climb. If I were the coach of Phoenix, though, I would have to go to a dive map. I would really want to go to either Paraiso or to Numbani, try to catch Beatrop Bears a little bit off guard, pick a map where they don't have to take the rush mirror.
Absolutely. I mean, we saw a lot of advantages for Beatrop Bears in that rush mirror, so you make a good point to pick a dive map, but also you got to be worried because Navino's D.Va is one that can also be feared, especially in Tranquility. So we'll have to see what the map choice is here. We have no word on what that map choice is yet, but definitely it'll be one heck of a strategy game that the side of Phoenix will have to play. But definitely going to be interesting to see if they're going to be able to recover from that first map and what their strategy is going to be moving forward.
Yeah, and I wonder if they would take it to King's Row, if they would play a different type of rush. And that is where they are taking us. They are taking us to King's Row. And it's interesting, I don't know if we're going to see Rhine or Ramatra or Junker Queen. Last series for the Beatrop Bears when they played against Reminiscence, they did try to play Reinhardt, but Reminiscence ran the Junker Queen, and Beatrop Bears, they felt the need to switch. I'm wondering what exact face-off we're going to see. Are Phoenix going to start on the Ramatra, another valid option? Are they going to start on the Junker Queen? And if so, what DPS are they going to play? Or are they just going to keep playing the Reinhardt? They have a lot of options. They could even go some dive if they felt a little zesty, but we're likely going to see a rush mirror here.
Yeah, we'll see what the move is going to be here from both of these teams as we head into King's Row for our second map of the series. It does look like we do have a swap coming in. Young Exorcist is coming in for the side of Beatrop Bears, I believe, unless they were in that last map. But it's going to be interesting to see what the changes, what it's going to be like on this next map as we head into King's Row. Beatrop Bears on the defense, Phoenix on the attack, and we already see that exact same brawl composition we saw before for the Beatrop Bears here, Needle.
Yeah, the Beatrop Bears rolling out on the tried and true. If it got them 200-0 on the first map, I don't see why they wouldn't play it again. And it all comes down to Phoenix here. Are they going to try to mirror, or are they going to try to bring something different? It's possible that Phoenix is just a team that has a slow start. You know, Control, it happens, warm-up map, and then they take it to King's Row. They're like, we are confident in our brawl. We could take it to the Beatrop Bears. We can mirror it again. We're not scared. I'm interested to see if they're going to come up with any counter strats, though. It looked like they were debating going Pharmacy there, but they're going to end up going out on the Rush Mirror again.
Yeah, Rush Mirror coming out. King Booty, however, actually going to switch over to the Pharah here with Feather on that Mercy. So you're right with the Pharah. It's just they were taking like a pot shot, most likely, to try and know what the enemy team is running. But definitely a Pharah now in the mix. But, I mean, Yuki's already out of the fight. Navino, once again, is charging into your backline and is finding all the damage necessary to build up those shatters in an any % run. Beatrop Bears, they feel clean and comfortable right now here, Needle.
Yeah, and there's nothing stopping the Beatrop Bears, just like they were doing on map 1, to hard rush in after they get a pick. Especially since Phoenix are no longer playing Lucio, they're playing the Mercy. Phoenix, the rest of their team's at the mercy of King Booty to kill Navino and the rest of his team when Navino pins into their backline every time. It's really, really, really scary. Phoenix, I'm surprised that they would just play the Pharmacy with Ryan. I feel like a different rest of the comp would be nice, but they are getting a lot of space here. Beatrop Bears are giving up the statue, max 35, and the rest of Phoenix are able to walk up, but the wall comes out.
Yeah, wall comes out. Max 35 trying to keep themselves alive. The Immortality Field has to be burned, but it's burned down immediately here. King Booty, however, able to find the kill here on O'Brien, so your main damage threat's out of the picture. But Navino, however, is a damage threat of his own. Finds the Shatter right on the Max 35. Beast also falls here, but the res goes on to the Reinhardt here, so it's still possible for the side of Phoenix to get their advantage, but they only are 3. CS, PvP, Max, and Feather still alive, but Yuki is in the backline. Young Exorcist finds the kill on the Feather now, as Phoenix looking very rough with that Amplification Matrix pop on the high ground. Beatrop Bears looking in prime position to continue this hold.
Yeah, and Young Exorcist with an amazing play takes down Feather before they can Valk. I'm not sure why you could use Blizzard there, but still, Beatrop Bears holding it down, and they didn't even get a tick, which is really, really important. They might want to give a lot of space to fight. Phoenix, they have the Barrage and they have the Shatter. They have a lot of threats. We might see a situation where Beatrop Bears are going to leverage the fact that they have given no ticks yet, and then re-engage with something like a Sound Barrier or something. So really, really amazing and smart defense from them there, that fight.
Shatter comes in for Max 35, does not land on anything, however, as right now Phoenix just looking to try and pump in the damage, but Max once again is out of the picture thanks to the hands of Navino. Brian looking for King Booty and finds the head of the Pharah, while Feather is getting the res. The most unfortunate timing. Still, side of Phoenix, they're finding picks. CSPP finds the pick on Navino, forces out the beat from him, yeah, but still, Beat Drop Bears with that beat. They have more sustain, and they are finding more picks thanks to the help of Young Exorcist, and Brian just hitting arrows into everybody's head.
Wow, and that was a fight that Beat Drop Bears probably should have lost. They only had Dragon, they were coming close to beat, but they just go aggro. They know that they're at a disadvantage. They run the heck in, and Phoenix were just not ready. And we see the Phoenix, they're making another switch here. They're going to the Reaper, trying to shut down the aggression of Beat Drop Bears potentially, but Navino's on Diva. I'm not sure how much that's going to do.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Navino on the Diva, most likely here to deal with King Booty on that Pharah, who's been able to get not a lot of value, but still has been providing value here, especially with that barrage online. You have to be careful about that defense matrix that this Pharah will have. Navino already retreating due to the excess amount of damage. Right now, King Booty's just looking to try and pick out somebody. The Amplification Matrix comes out from Young Exorcist, though, and Max once again is burnt to the ground. Young Exorcist has to focus on healing up Brian, but that doesn't matter. Beast is out of the picture now, and once again, Phoenix in a very rough spot that they compared to where they wanted it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why Max pins in there. The barrage coming out from Phoenix as well. It seems they're still trying to commit to this fight. They take down Young Exorcist and Brian, but the trades come through, and it's not looking in favor of Phoenix here. But they have some kills. Navino can't get fueled back up. Notably very, very low. Young Exorcist is dead, but will Phoenix be able to touch?
The Reaper's going to be there from CSPP right in the back line, and also the Zarya from Max to be able to bubble them to make sure they can actually get alive. There's the Diva Bomb coming out from Navino, who already lands on the CSPP, and the Blizzard is there from Yuki, just denying the entryway. Phoenix fall one by one, and it's a full hold for the Beat Drop Bears on point A.
Wow, and we see another absolute domination here so far on King's Row. Not even a tick given by the Beat Drop Bears. Not even when they were heavily losing a fight, they still came up in the clutch. Brian really turned one of those fights around for them. Headshotting the Pharah out of the sky when the Pharah had barrage, that was brutal. And after that, Phoenix lost all momentum that they could have had in their attack. I'm interested to see what they're going to pull out on the defense here. Are they going to keep trying to mirror the rush? Are they going to play the pharmacy again? I think they need to show us a new look if they want a chance to come back here. It seems like the rush mirror is just not ever going to go in favor of them so far. It hasn't even really been close.
Yeah, it's been very difficult here for Phoenix, but they are still committing to Max on that Reinhardt, Feather on the Lucio, and Beast on the Baptiste here, so it's showing that they still want to keep running this. CSPPP is showing the Symmetra right now, which is a good distraction tool for the first, 5 seconds, and then the enemy team switches to Winston and then counters it. But regardless of which, is this a solution that they might be looking for here, Nicc?
It's possible. They may be looking to have the Symmetra in case somebody gets picked off, sending a TP back to spawn, and not having to take any fights 4v5. Knowing that they are at a disadvantage, they can only give away 1 tick before they lose. They don't have any ticks to leverage, so they might just want the Symmetra to get people back from spawn faster. I'm not sure.
See, as Beat Drop Bears looking right now to run that exact same comp we saw them on before. Brian on the Hanzo on the high ground looking for an early pick here. Symmetra turrets are going to be set up somewhere. You can see some of them on the statue that Phoenix are trying to set up as Beat Drop Bears make their wide rotation into the point. The first turret is going to be locked onto Navino, but will be dealt with swiftly. So these now need to try to fight Beat Drop Bears on the point as they are just pushing this aggression constantly. The Beat Drop Bears do not have an S key bound to their keyboards, and it shows as Beast already falls. CSPP follows as the Beat Drop Bears finding the picks that they need. Navino will fall, but at the end of the day, it's already looking very strong here for Beat Drop Bears to finish out this point. There's the tick they needed. Match point already for the Beat Drop Bears.
Yeah, and smart play by the Beat Drop Bears again. Noticing that Phoenix, they're not playing a Mei. There's nothing that can stop Navino from just running in and doing whatever he wants. And that's what he does. He runs in, does whatever he wants, and even though they trade, they have the spawn advantage, they really can't lose after that. And we get to see this beautiful play from Brian. That headshot on Zafara, that turned this attack that Phoenix had a chance in all around there. Taking down the Beast as well. What a beautiful clutch from Brian. I'm not sure if the Beat Drop Bears hold without that amazing Hanzo play.
Yeah, that definitely was a great clutch coming out there from Brian. Definitely a strong performance overall from the Beat Drop Bears we've seen so far. But now it's going to be a halftime break. Phoenix have an opportunity to try and recuperate, get themselves back into the gist of things, see if they can try to find a way to counter what the Beat Drop Bears are throwing at them, because right now they need to come up with an answer fast. When we come back from halftime, we'll see if the Beat Drop Bears are going to silence Phoenix immediately, or Phoenix are gearing up to get themselves revved up for a reverse sweep. We'll see you after halftime.
Welcome to the Tranquility halftime show. We got a great match today between the Beat Drop Bears and Phoenix. So far, it's been a pretty decisive victory in 2 maps, 2-0 for Beat Drop Bears. I've got on the desk with me today Dabmaster 66 and Stiko.
Yippee!
Oh, great.
Unfortunately, Dabmaster is a known marsupial member, so very biased today, but I'll make sure to hype up Phoenix because the Beast 1022 is absolutely my goat.
I love the Beast
Okay,
1022 on the Ana.
You think that just because I'm part of Marsupial, I am a fan of these teams? Nope. Their players absolutely suck. First off, yeah, it's such a bum. All right, Yuki, that guy, I own that fraud. Navino, it's Navino. Like, what else do you need me to say?
I can vouch that you do own Yuki. I can vouch for that, actually.
Twist, I mean, I made that guy into what he is today. And then we have, I can't really say anything about Brian. Brian's a cool guy. Brian's
the goat. Sensa.
Sensa's awesome.
I love that fella.
That guy's pretty silly. And we have Phoenix. I like people from Phoenix.
Phoenix is really good. I think the Beast 1022 was something we looked at last time they were on stream versus Avalon, and they were really. I'm really happy that Phoenix kind of seems to have wanting to put them on the Ana more, like even in brawl comps and stuff. And maybe it hasn't been working out fully, but I still think that they're getting a lot more value than trying to force them on these more supportive characters like Baptiste or even Kiri as they were playing before versus Avalon.
It's been a fire game.
Yeah, it's been pretty good so far, and I think the other player I want to highlight, of course, besides the Beast, who I'm just going to hype up throughout the whole halftime, is CSPPP, the May player.
That is the goat
May
right
player,
the May god,
May extraordinaire. They are also the other person on Phoenix I think has really had a lot of impact, and while I think probably some of the mechanics from Beat Drop Bears are just kind of showing through and being a lot better, the walls from CSPPP are really making these fights a lot closer than they should be, and really pushing Beat Drop to the limits of what they can do mechanically by getting these positive trades.
Yeah, shout out Corey for typing in the Twitch chat how the game is going, even though he's a damn coach for Beat Drop Bears. Good one. Really good coach you have there.
Well, we can't all be good coaches. Some of us still have teams in Tranquility, unfortunately, Mr. Dabmaster. So
I'm on Devil Dukes. Okay. Just stream the game, bro. Just stream the game.
I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about it.
So let's get into the gameplay now. Let's focus on probably one of the biggest moments that Phoenix had to turn this series around, which is right at the very start, right? And I think what we'll see from this initial fight, go ahead and play it forward here, is the very first thing that happens in this fight is the tank or CS PvP goes down, but this is traded back on the Lucio.
This is crazy, Bernie, because all we're seeing is your Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I gotta show the cast my
I was about to type
what a genius,
sorry.
played by Bernard.
Well, you know me. Scuff. Alright. So we'll see that, yeah, while their May player is down, we'll see a big trade come out here in trading 2 for 1, right? 2 for 1, where CSPV is in spawn. But one thing that Beast is just not able to keep up the Rhine here for very long, and they try to make this push back, but Twist just has so much space here to anyone that tries to walk towards him, and they're going to try to push this advantage. He's just going to go down as Baptiste, and that's something Twist has done really spectacularly. I think throughout the whole season, their Baptiste play has really been a highlight of this team, and that's why they try to play these Rhine comps more, taking it to King's Row and Antarctica as the first map.
God, everybody's so low.
You'll see, even though they're pushing, you'll see that you just can't have that shield for very long against the Baptiste, right? Just immediately goes down, and now, okay, Hanzo has Storm Arrows, Twist is farming. It's still really difficult to push into a solo May, because look at this amazing wall here, right? You're not getting any heals now. Right? You have no shield, no heals. Yeah. As Yuki is able to press E on a doorway. Really amazing stuff. Some stuff you really only see at the highest level of play.
Yeah, who knew that pressing E on a door lets your team win fights? This is a simple concept I've tried to teach this man for many years
Apparently,
now.
Yuki knows.
Nope, no he doesn't actually.
just lucky, I guess.
I've played with this guy for a while now. He ain't know what he's doing though, bro. He's just going with the flow.
Dang. Taking Yuki to Pound Town.
Damn.
One player. What can I say?
I believe it. I've no reason to believe it, but I believe it.
Oh my god, look at Navina. Navina's going in there.
Navino
the
is
shatter.
just going in. Look how much Navino trusts his team here. He's just like hard pushing, 1 HP, right? Gets pinned. Still swinging. Charges in with
pins
100 HP.
It does not care.
He is so in there, but he knows Twist is going to come in clutch with the slam. Still swinging. No shield.
And
Finally,
he blocks
Shield
the
cannot
shatter.
block the shatter.
No, he blocks it. He blocks it.
Did he
definitely.
block it? I'll believe it.
No,
I'll
nobody
give
didn't block it,
credit.
but nobody got hit.
Yes, he
nobody got
hit. He
hit.
blocked it. He blocked it.
Yeah, good work, Navino.
Yeah,
You're the
good
best.
Yeah,
Navino.
Navino.
Yeah.
But now look, still, it's a 1 for 1, and they're down the tank. How do they win this?
Yeah, look, Yuki's gonna be able to try and get that massive wall pressure up. I mean, I don't think he has
massive angle, right?
Crazy window there
Just
too.
look at these angles here, right? These angles are just so nasty, right? Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Right?
What do you do against
that?
that?
How do you stay alive against all of these angles, right? It's amazing. And of course, you got the window that's gonna pop up main here in just a second.
And then King Booty is just cut, dude. I love King Booty.
I think LeBrian is just owning. I don't know. He's just got
LeBrian.
infinite space.
LeBrian.
Yup.
The goat.
He's just owning. He's got infinite space. He just walks at him and kills everybody.
It is really,
Wolf
really
and
nice to just
Davis.
see a Hanzo player just walk. I think that character has been one of the most played characters recently. We saw it all day in the match yesterday. And just seeing Hanzo even played in these brawl comps where he's traditionally, you know, more of a poke character, more on these long range maps. But now, even on Antarctica, on Icebreaker, on sub level, we're seeing Hanzo everywhere, right? Just because Storm Arrows is so oppressive against shields, and all it takes is one Hanzo arrow to just win a fight, right? You just take out a support and you just push for free, right?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, we were playing, you know, back in Overwatch 1, I had Yuki on my team, he was the main player, and I had to play Cass. We all know how that went. Insert Havana gif here. So Hanzo being the other DPS player that's played with Ney, I'm pretty happy. I think that's awesome. Yeah. I love Hanzo.
I think it's really nice whenever you actually have another DPS player on your team and
okay.
Well, you know.
Genji next meta, please.
It's so over.
It's so
Genji
close.
this man. Just play Genji. Just keep playing Genji, guys.
Surely that won't go well.
Play Genji
Surely
against my
well.
team. Against other teams, I don't do whatever you want. Yeah, so and then what we see here is just really, really well play for the rest of the map. We just see Beat Drop Bears kind of using their ults to get an advantage, right? We'll see here, this dragon just gets a lovely pick off on the support before anything is happening, right? And that was kind of the story of the rest of the map, right? Is that they're playing so fast with ults right before Phoenix are making any movements to engage or making any sort of commitments. Beat Drop Bears is taking the initiative and ulting first to shut down the fight before they're even able, Phoenix is even able really to get into position to do the fight. You know?
Yeah. Honestly, shout out Beat Drop Bears for being able to win fights while Navino has 20 deaths per 10.
Let's go. Well, any other thoughts on the match, guys? I think we're just about out of time here.
Yeah. Shout out my boy Brian for solo carrying this team to win.
Let's go, Brian. Let's go, Brian.
That's my goat right there. That's my MVP candidate.
All right. Anything for you, Stiko?
It's just LeBron can do no wrong right now.
Well, let's see if the Beast 1022 can turn it around. But as for now, we're out of time. Thank you for watching the halftime show, and have a good night.
Bye, squad.
Welcome back, everybody, to Tranquility Gaming Season 10 playoff coverage. If you missed the match thus far, it has currently been a dominating effort by the Beat Drop Bears to send Phoenix home early. Bowsy joined here by Needle as we're heading into the third map of the series here, Needle. Phoenix need to start turning something around as they have to choose our escort map. They have to come up with something, and they've chosen to bring us to Junkertown for our third map of the series.
Yeah, and I think this is a great pick from them, Bowsy. We saw the first two maps, Rush Mirror virtually the entire time, a little bit of a Pharmacy, a little bit of a Symmetra twist for Phoenix on King's Row, but mostly just Reinhardt Mirror, and it was not going in favor of Phoenix at all. Beat Drop Bears looking incredibly dominant on the Rhine, Navino looking amazing, the rest of the team supporting him in his aggressive play. Really, really, really good play from the Bears. Phoenix, they're switching up, they're taking it to a map where Beat Drop Bears probably not as inclined to play the Reinhardt. Junkertown typically plays towards more Sigma. We get to see the standard composition, Sigma, Double Sniper, Zen potentially. Comps like that, it's going to be pretty hard to play Rhine into. So I'm interested to see if this is how Phoenix turn it around.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if Phoenix are able to turn this around with what they have, because this is do or die right now, and you already see based on the top, Beat Drop Bears are going to be on the attack first. So we'll have to see what the move is going to be there from the Beat Drop Bears. They want to be attacking on this map first. They want to try to get that early advantage, but Phoenix now going to be forced on the defense. So we'll be seeing what styles these teams want to bring out on their respective roles and how they're going to be adapting them as the map goes on. So will be one heck of a map to watch, I'd say, because we've seen already a lot of close competition. We've already seen a lot of good competition between these teams, but now it's do or die for Phoenix. They have to win this map or else they are done for their Tranquility Season 10.
Yeah, it is a lower bracket match. Winner moves on, loser goes out. High stakes, and the nerves have to be high here for Phoenix. You lose the first two maps, this is it. This is the last map you have to prove yourselves in Tranquility Season 10 here, in the Discord here. This could be their last hurrah, and they're going to be playing something that isn't totally conventional, but not absolutely crazy on Junkertown. They're going to be playing Winston, which is a different look that Beat Drop Bears haven't seen from Phoenix yet. They're going to be playing standard Winston characters usually. You got the Tracer, Sombra on a Brig. Pretty good composition here from Phoenix. Beat Drop Bears likely playing what you would expect them to play on this map, or what you would expect to see on this map with the Sigma comp. Young Exorcist, though, has moved over from the support to the DPS. I'm not sure if they usually do that.
Yeah, interesting move here with Young Exorcist going to DPS. Brian going over to support, so it's going to be interesting to see how these two teams react to the different styles. As we start off here, already Navino... wait, Navino's on Widowmaker. Yuki's on Tank. Yeah, this is a little bit of tomfoolery, I think, if I've ever seen one. Navino DPS has not been a thing since Koala King Season 7, but at the end of the day, it looks like it's working. Max jumps in and immediately gets burnt down by Young Exorcist, but Beat Drop Bear is already starting to move that card forward, and Phoenix have to try and come up with some sort of strategy to counter this mishmash of roles we're seeing.
Yeah, a little bit of creativity from here from the Beat Drop Bears, switching up some of their rules. And Phoenix, it's still hard for them to play into, despite a lot of the players on Beat Drop Bears off-rolling. It's a hard life for Max out there, playing into Bap, Zen, and Soldier, no matter who is on that Bap, Zen, and Soldier. He tries to go in, and every single time he's getting burned. We need to see some synced up aggression between Max and his flankers.
It's definitely going to be difficult here for Phoenix to be able to set that up. Navino's looking for the Widowmaker, and Max once again gets burnt down by Young Exorcist. It's just been very hard for Phoenix to try and find some stabilization and find something to push on. They have to find a pick. The card is still moving uncontested through the majority of this open phase of Junkertown, but the Beast is going to open up here with a pick onto yeah, so that's half of your support line dead, but the other half is currently on the cart and is about to cap it into point A.
Yeah, and that's rough there. Nobody on Phoenix able to touch in time. King Booty almost made it there. And the kills are still going in favor of Beat Drop Bears. They kite out the aggression a little bit. They haven't lost a fight yet. They are playing so well. And now we see Phoenix, they feel pressured to switch it up. Max, knowing that he's just getting absolutely shredded by this Zenyatta of yeah, decides to go over to the Sigma here. We'll likely see a gradual composition switch from the rest of his team as well. But for now, Phoenix have some ults to play with. Really close to the Nano, close to the EMP as well. Both amazing ultimates. But out comes the Flux from Yuki before they can do anything.
Yeah, the damage is already pumped in there. Yuki just bowling them down. But the Nano Boost is invested here to try and keep Max alive on this Sigma. And already so far, it's starting to prove a little bit of dividends. King Booty finds the kill on the Vino, and now, yeah, is dead to the Beast. Phoenix is starting to try and bring this back, and finally they're able to win a fight and stop that cart from progressing forward.
Yeah, and you'd love for them to win a fight there, but Beat Drop Bears, they still push the cart in so far that entire time. It's still one fight territory for the Bears. If they win this next fight here, they'll likely be able to cap. Yuki goes down really late, a little bit more time burn for Phoenix there. They're going to enjoy that one. And Phoenix, they only had to use Nano last fight. A great decision from the Beast, knowing that they could just help Max survive with the Nano when he got Flux. They save a lot of ultimates, and they could get a defensive snowball going here.
Definitely could, as you see the sights from Navino revealing every location, including where the Sombra of the CSPPP is. He's trying to flank, but a good headshot from Navino finds the head of the Beast, eliminates Ana, just like in the cinematic. Now you see Beat Drop Bears trying to find their way back into this. Now with one support out of the picture here for the enemy team. Amplification Matrix is going to be burned here by Brian. Beat Drop Bears still looking for more picks, and that's a big one on the Max to continue that cart moving forward.
Yeah, and just a great mechanical play there from Navino on the Widowmaker, something I thought I would never say. But he goes in, gets the headshot on the Beast, and the Beast with 2 kills on the support! Maybe this isn't over yet, CSPPP with the EMP, but Young Exorcist is holding it down with the Visor, and Beat Drop Bears, it's still going in their favor. It seems like they're going to cap here. That was a little heart attack, though.
That was a little bit of adrenaline that was built up there. The Beast living up to the name, but unfortunately gets slaughtered the second they finally start taking blood. But nonetheless, I mean, that shows that Phoenix could still be in this game. It's just going to be difficult. They definitely had a plan in place, but just wasn't able to initiate here. But now, as the cart sails into the scrapyard section of Junkertown, it's going to be even more difficult here for Phoenix to try and stabilize, especially if Beat Drop Bears taking that high ground.
Yeah, it definitely is, and the Flux comes out here from Max. Feather using the rally as well. Phoenix are trying to get in there, but Max is just getting held by Yuki and the rest of the Bears. They can't do anything, and Yuki with the Flux as well closes it out.
Yeah, all the kills get red in favor for the Beat Drop Bears. All that's left is Beast on the cart. They will fall last, and the Beat Drop Bears now sailing that cart even further. And Yuki's looking to just hold on the spawn doors right now here, Needle.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll be able to keep doing that. Gonna have to back out here. And Phoenix, they make a slight adjustment as well. Feather uses the rally, decides to switch off to Zenyatta here. I think that's good for them, but CSPPP gets caught out of stealth by Navino.
Yeah, not a good kill there if you are a Phoenix fan. Still trying to stabilize here. You have this Nano Boost from the Beast. We'll see if they decide to use it. And Feather's also on the Zenyatta to provide some extra damage. King Booty's looking at the backline, wants to try to pick out Navino, but Navino's on the high ground, uncontested. Waiting for the Baptiste now of Brian, forces out that Immortality Field as the Young Exorcist is hacked. Able to stay alive thanks to the help of that health pack, but now all the kills, once again, are going in favor of the Beast Drop Bears. Yeah, Navino currently carrying the fight as King Booty focusing too much on Young Exorcist to focus on the card as it sails into the final point of Junkertown.
Again, Beat Drop Bears still being dominant in this series, even when they decide to switch up their roles a little bit. just a statement of, we are the number 2 seed. Yes, we got upset last week, but we're still here to play. We're probably going to make it to the champ bracket here, and we can still show what we've got. Phoenix, it's dire straits for them. I mean, capping with almost 3 minutes on Junkertown is brutal. And I'll be interested to see if Beatrop Bears even feel the need to go back to their main roles here on their defense. They might not have to. I think this is a clever play from them. Going further in the playoffs, they get to conceal their strategy on this map potentially by playing off roles here. Real team or teams that Beatrop Bears have to play further down the line. If they go to Junkertown, they won't know what Beatrop Bears play, because I imagine it's not usually Reinhardt on a BAP, Soldier Widow on defense.
Yeah, I don't think what's being cooked in the kitchen right now is food. So it's definitely an interesting approach here from the coach for the Beatrop Bears. Regardless of which, we'll have to see what the move is going to be here from Phoenix. Right now they look like they want to try to run this Sigma, but Yuki is showing the old signs of the Beatrop Bears we've seen before. They're locking the Reinhardt.
Yeah, they are locking the Reinhardt, and it's looking like a spawn hold here with the Widowmaker and no Lucio. So a little odd, but it definitely could work. Yuki goes straight for the pin and doesn't catch anyone.
Yeah, Phoenix, I think, anticipated that. They went to the high ground instead. Max is going to take this advantage on the high ground. Notice that the Reinhardt is there and think, yeah, dropping off this point is going to kill me. Navino, however, in that health pack room, trying to bait out any picks. And Brian able to find the kill on the King Booty as Navino gets hacked out. But right now, Beatrop Bears being able to hold this aggression so far. But CSPP finds both DPS. That could be an advantage here for the side of Phoenix as they have the closer spawn hold.
Yeah, and those are crucial kills to break the spawn hold really fast. I was going to comment on how Phoenix don't really have the tools to break out of the spawn hold, playing the Pharmacy into Widow Soldier. But I mean, all you need is CSPPP to kill both DPS of the Bears. And then there's nothing to contest King Booty anymore, and they can just clear him out. And it looks like, I believe that's, yeah, flanking, staggering themselves there. There they go down, a little bit late, but Beatrop Bears still going to have another fight here because they decided to spawn hold. They deem no compositional switches are necessary, and Phoenix, they decide to go over to the Hanzo. Their comp is interesting. They're playing Zen Mercy, and they don't have a lot of support for their Sigma. Oh, well, now they have even less, because Navino's killed the Beast.
Yeah, but Beast is going to be able to get res back up, and Navino's going to fall as well, thanks to CSPP's hack. And now King Booty finds the head of Young Exorcist, so right now Phoenix starting to look alive here when it matters the most. King Booty finds another kill on Brian as well, so Phoenix, they're starting to heat up.
Yeah, they certainly are, and it looks like they just have to close things out here against Yuki. Surely they don't kill anybody with pin. Nope, they pin to the Mega. It seems Beatrop Bears, they might be going for a recontest here, though. They go Reaper and Tracer, and suddenly 4 of their members are back. The recall is forced, and Beatrop Bears, they're still alive here. They take down the Beast.
Yeah, Beast out of the picture once again, but Max is able to trade it out with a kill on the Young Exorcist. Has to use that Gravitic Grasp to make sure they stay alive, but now Brian's dead again. King Booty finds the scatter arrows right into Navino's face, and Phoenix looking in a great position right now to try and push this card forward, but they have to deal with him, yeah, and Yuki here on the card.
Yeah, and it's the same situation they were in before, but Yuki can't pin to the Mega this time. Gets taken down. No Shatter able to be pulled off for them there. As Phoenix, they have taken their first point in the series. It's progress for them. Okay, I say that,
yet.
But Navino's here. The lamp comes down from Brian. This has to be over, right? Unless Young Exorcist pops off on the Widow. No. Okay.
No.
Phoenix, they take first point, and they have 5 ultimates to boot. They can get a snowball here, and they might even make it to second.
Yeah, definitely. There is potential here for Phoenix as they're starting to push forward. Yuki has already taken the high ground here on this line. So to see that makes any sort of difference in how the approach is going to be here from the side of Phoenix. So definitely an interesting mix we've seen so far. What should the approach here be here as we see the Dragon Strike come out here from King Booty, just knocking Beatrop Bears off that little bit of high ground?
Yeah, and that leads to Young Exorcist getting a little bit caught out on the rotate as the Beatrop Bears decide to rotate away, and Phoenix still have 4 ults to play with, but Yuki goes in with the Shatter to down the Beast!
Oh, from the top ropes, Yuki lands the hammer right on the head of the Beast. Max also got knocked to the ground. King Booty looking to try and find a kill here, but it's going to force out the beat from him. Yeah, Brian's going to be able to finish off the kill as well. This is there's a lot of tomfoolery going on right now in this match, Needle.
Yeah, it certainly is. Little bit of an aggressive play there from, yeah, being that scared of King Booty on the Hanzo, showing them that much respect if they're like, yeah, I'll just beat to kill this guy. But Beatrop Bears looking to hold close here. Navino has the Blossom TPing in, but the Flux comes out. Don't tell me he's got a Flux. Okay.
Okay, those Flux finds both supports here for Max. It's still possible here for the side of Phoenix to win this even after losing Beast to that charge from Yuki, who's running straight for a mega health back once again. The Reds will go on to the Beast as well, so Phoenix still in this game, and that is going to be Phoenix starting to push that cart once more.
Yeah, and this is really good for Phoenix here. King Booty can get up on the high ground, and it'll be hard to contest him for the Beat Drop Bears retake. And Beat Drop Bears, they don't have many tools to come back in either. All they have is a Blossom, but Navito's going to have to go for some silly TP play if he wants to get any value out of that ult on the retake.
We'll definitely see what the move is here as Phoenix starting to make their way toward the final, so the second checkpoint. Charge comes in here from Navino, or Yuki, excuse me, to try and get forward here. Navino's in the backline though, and already found King Booty, uses the Death Blossom on Max, who's like 5 feet away. Death Blossom doesn't find anything, because the Transcendence is there from Beast, and the Res goes onto King Booty as well. This has been a little bit of 2-on-4 here, but still, Beat Drop Bears are forcing Phoenix back for a quick reset.
It certainly is really silly. Oh, I thought that was the Beast in Beat Drop Bears backline for a second there. It was just CS PvP on the Sombra. I got a little worried there. But Phoenix, I'm not sure why. Okay, well, they take down Navino. I was going to ask some questions, but they just take down Navino. They have a chance here, but Young Exorcist has the visor, gets hacked up, but it's still in a good position to use it.
Definitely can use it. And Shatter comes out from Yuki, lands on the Beast, and charges right into the Zenyatta again. Tactical Visor as well, invested here from Young Exorcist, able to burn down Max with the help of Yuki. Once again, the Beat Drop Bears in a good position to continue this hold as the cleaning kills come out.
Yeah, and I'm not sure how Yuki keeps getting these charge kills, but it just works. It just works. I don't know how, but it's working.
It works.
And Phoenix, those 5 ultimates that they had not all that long ago have all evaporated. They're down to another Flux. They're approaching another EMP. But all that snowball potential we were talking about them having, they don't really have it anymore. Beat Drop Bears don't have any ults to hold it down. Noticeably, don't have the beat to deny this Flux, but it might not kill anybody. The lamp's enough.
That lamp is there from Brian to keep themselves alive, but Yuki charges right into the backline while that Flux goes on. Finds 2, finds a 3rd, looking for a 4th on the feather, but Brian will clean it up. As Phoenix still in a great position to hold, or Beat Drop Bears in a good position to hold, as now Phoenix are in last-ditch effort. They're making last-minute swaps.
Yeah, and I would switch to Ana if I was the Beast too. I'd want to sleep Yuki so that he can stop pinning me. So I think that's a pretty good switch from the Beast here. Yuki's probably not going to be able to get away with just pinning into the entire team of Phoenix anymore.
Max going from the mainland, trying to go into the rest of the team. Somebody from Phoenix, however, has to touch this cart. It's there. Max is able to jump right on the cart as CSPP. Into the EMP, finds it on the Brian, but 2 kills now resulted here for the side of Beat Drop Bears. The Mercy Res is not there. King Booty gets charged out, and the Beat Drop Bears are spitting fire much more than the Phoenix is right now. The Beat Drop Bears are going to the champ bracket.
Yeah, and that is a statement win from the Beat Drop Bears there. They lose to the 7th seed in upper bracket, lost to Reminiscence, but they still prove that they are here to play. They are down, but certainly not out, as they execute Phoenix here. Phoenix managed to bring it back a little bit there on map 3, but that was probably partially the result of Beat Drop Bears getting a little silly with it. But even when they were playing silly, even when Yuki pinned in every fight, Beat Drop Bears still managed to hold it out and only gave away 1 point on Junkertown. Amazing statement win from them.
Yeah, definitely a statement win coming out there from the Beat Drop Bears, getting a statement 3-0 sweep. Again, only losing 1 point because apparently the dessert for this 3-course meal was very, very messy. But regardless of that, still a good performance from the Beat Drop Bears, showing that they are capable of making it to that championship bracket phase. But now, as the dust has settled and the Beat Drop Bears are partying until the night is young, Needle, I have to ask you, who is your player of the match from the side of the Beat Drop Bears?
Oh, my player of the match. It's tough. I kind of want to give it to either Brian or Yuki. Brian had that amazing clutch performance on King's Row, helped them secure the full hold, but I am still wowed by the fact that Yuki built 2 Blizzards on one 100-0 control point. I think I might have to give it to Yuki as well, just for their Reinhardt play on Junkertown. I really like them pinning in.
Yeah, definitely. Yuki, a really strong force there on all of these maps, from the Blizzards to the pins. They were definitely showing up. I'm going to give mine to Brian because, again, we commented on that King's Row match. If Brian does not find that pick onto the Pharah, Phoenix possibly take the point, and Beat Drop Bears do not settle themselves in an easy map win. So I'm giving it to Brian for my player of the match, but definitely a strong look from the Beat Drop Bears. They'll be competing next week in the quarterfinals of the championship bracket to try and get a championship for the Marsupial org. But that is going to do it for us here today. We thank you all for watching, and a special shout out to all the people who helped us, including all of the members of our production team, Hippy, LaggySon, and Hippy and LaggySon helping us out a lot tonight with all of the work that they've done for observing and producing. Of course, I was joined here by my wonderful co-caster, Needle. It was an honor to finally cast with you and to finally get back into the casting groove here, Needle.
Of course, it was really fun. Thanks for casting.
Absolutely. I'm glad to be back, and it's going to be one heck of a rest of the season, but that's going to do it for us here today. For Needle and all the producers I mentioned earlier, my name has been Bowsy. Until we meet again, we hope you have an amazing night.
When we were 15